Hello, witchlings, and welcome back to my animal spirit guide reading. So let's get June started, and we just had a full moon. So let's see what the animal spirit guides would like to share with us this week, what they would like to help us with. So let's see, for this week we have the opossum and the peony. So for opossums, which by the way are also super cute, I actually had an amazing and weird experience during lockdown with an opossum. Anyway, sidetracked. These guys are most notoriously known for playing dead, right? Playing possum. That's such a common phrase. So when we think about possums, we have to think about two major things about them, right? They play dead when they have a predator coming for them. The only way they could scare off a potential predator besides playing dead is to make a scary face, right? They make that scary face, and that's literally their only defense mechanism. So when we think about the possum in our lives and what they could potentially help us with, possum could potentially be telling us to lay low or to just sort of sit still with ourselves, with our thoughts, with what emotions we're going through right now, especially right after the full moon, where we're really, really experiencing still those effects from the full moon. So possum also would probably want you to be mindful of those people around you that you might feel intimidated by, or you might find them scary sometimes. Look at them in a different way, perhaps. Look at them in a way that maybe they have an added benefit in your life. And side note here, I'm not talking about an abuser here. There's no way I would ever condone that. I'm talking about possibly, let's say, there's someone at work that's just kind of slightly intimidating, just the way that they speak or something, or their work is amazing and you want to, rise up to that same level and you find it intimidating. The possum here wants you to face that intimidation, that fear, and not be afraid of it, not be afraid of those encounters. And possum also, though, would want you to take maybe that emotion and sit with it quietly, understand why you're having it, just for your own benefit, so you can move away from that fear. I think we've been getting a lot of messages around fear over the last few weeks, where we really need to not necessarily conquer fears, because I feel like that's such something people love to say about conquering your fears. And it's just more about learning about your fears. Learn what is those triggers, right? What are you fearful of? I'm not saying you have to cure yourself for your fears, because that's a big ask. But understanding them and sitting with them and sometimes that understanding will lead you to a way of challenging yourself to be able to overcome that fear and to be able to face that fear and possibly reframing how you think about that fear. So possum here wants you to lay still, think about that fear, work with that fear. Don't let it overcome you. Okay, so with peony here, there's a story in Greek mythology that nymphs actually would turn themselves into peonies to avoid being seen by the gods. So they're considered a bashful flower, which is kind of like the idea of the opossum as well. But peony actually is also a very soothing medicinal. It's great for stress. So think about if you are experiencing something that is coming from a fear-based place, you might want to, help yourself with something that is medicinally, stress relieving. It doesn't have to be peony, and that's a little bit harder. And also, if you, use anticoagulants or any like blood related medications, I would stay away from them. But otherwise, peony is also really great for your digestive tract, any gastric issues, especially the root. So white peony root is really good for that stuff. Also, it's great for women during their time of the month, or any sort of cramping for anybody, actually, any muscle spasms. It's actually really great for. So I feel like here, in conjunction with the opossum, we can say that the peony is here also to help support the process of the opossum's gifts that he's sharing with us, right? That they want to help us remain stress-free while we look at those fears. Alrighty then, with witchlings, I hope this helps, and have a wonderful week. And tomorrow I will be doing live reading. If you'd like to join me, I'll be on at 4 p.m. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.